Let's say hi, guys.
You want me to say hi, guys? All right, so thanks for coming and joining me today. Before we get started, I want to remind y'all of this big word that means confidentiality. As a fifth grader, what does that word mean to y'all?
Being confident?
Being confident. Being you, Jalen. Okay, so confidentiality means that something that we are keeping like a secret.
Oh, okay.
So it's whatever we talk about here at the round table stays between us, right? The U table, the kidney table. We can't tell Sanaya until she comes and joins us, okay? So the purpose of this is, number one, I wanted to meet with y'all because I have a relationship with y'all. Y'all know me, I know y'all. Plus, I've been hearing that y'all are sometimes, not all the time, struggling as fifth graders. And the goal of this is to support one another so that we can make sure that we become sixth graders, right?
Yes.
And if that means that you don't stay here at this school, you go somewhere else, that's fine. But the goal is to be a sixth grader. So we're going to take turns. We know what that means, right?
Yes.
So we're not going to interrupt each other. And we're just going to quickly go through how we feel like our fifth grade year is going. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
Everybody want to go first. Go ahead.
I think this year fifth grade is okay.
What does okay mean?
Like, it's not as good as last year.
What's the difference?
It's kind of boring this year.
Y'all are giggling, so y'all feel the same way?
No. Well, kind of.
Go ahead.
Okay. This year has been like really tough actually because actually really different from last year because last year was actually very fun because of our teachers and now Taylor is like really strict and so it's been really different and then if we do one thing and then she thinks we do that every time like something bad.
Like if you do one thing, she every time like you're standing by somebody, she thinks that you're gonna do something, which is annoying.
So y'all kind of feel like you're getting like prejudged before you make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
That's for everybody.
Yes.
Except for the
And
supposedly good people.
Like last year, we don't. It was equal.
Yeah, it was equal. Yeah.
Y'all felt like your teachers were more fair.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Not to, toot my own horn because I did teach y'all. But I remember telling y'all vividly that this will not always be the same. Didn't I tell y'all that?
Yes.
Y'all will not have these same group of teachers that care as much about y'all, so y'all needed to take advantage. Seize the moment. Did y'all seize the moment? Yeah. No. And then you go up the street, up to fifth grade, and it's different. And now y'all have to adjust. So what I will say is that when I see y'all in the hallways, because that's the only time I really get to see y'all, do y'all feel like y'all always making good choices?
No.
So then when you might have a teacher that's not completely fair, don't you feel like it's best that you make good choices as often as possible?
Yes.
Now, as mature fifth graders, have y'all went and sat with Miss Taylor one-on-one or maybe as a group? I don't know, y'all together is a bit much. Maybe one-on-one and said, hey, Miss Taylor, I kind of feel like I am, being picked on, or that's a big word. Because I don't think that y'all being picked on. Maybe singled out.
Yeah.
Or that you think that I'm doing something when I'm not, and I just want the opportunity to be treated fairly. Have y'all tried that?
No. I'm
too scared.
Yeah.
Why are you too
No, because
scared?
last year, it was a few weeks ago. So I was going to my desk, and then she goes like, "Can I do it?" She goes, and I say, And then I'm like, I don't want to be touched there. And then she thinks I'm.
That's what you said?
No, I'm like, that
In your
might
head.
hurt. Yeah, in my
Yeah.
head, but like, it might hurt, and then I just don't want someone to like touch
Mhm.
right there. And then she thought I know it didn't hurt me, but like, I don't think she should touch me there. And then she thought I had an attitude for saying that, so I had to call my parents.
Okay, what were the exact words you said?
No, I was like, I might have got hurt there, and I didn't want to be touched there.
That's
I
what you said.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Exactly. And she thought I had an attitude.
How did she say it? Think back. And action, go.
I was like, I don't want to be touched.
No,
there.
that's not how she said. She was like, don't touch me there.
No,
No, that's
Hold
how
on,
you
are
said.
all of y'all in the same section?
Yes.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Ariel was in our section
Ariel-
too.
Ariel was going to be in our section.
Oh
She's
man.
homeschooled.
I don't know how people can get homeschooled.
She,
So boring.
weren't you about to get
And
in?
then,
weren't you
so
about to-
in science, me and Jayla.
Okay, back to this situation. So I know y'all, so it's a possibility that you might have had
An attitude.
slight.
I know. I did
Ladies,
because
Oh,
I did because I'm.
she
Really,
has the floor.
She does it a lot, and
Stop
I
trolling.
don't say anything. I just go like that because I don't want her to touch me. I
She
don't-
does that often?
Yeah, like
Yes.
cool. She does it to everybody, and I was like, I don't like that. And then I got really mad at that time when she did it again. So that's why I said that. But I don't do that. I never did that.
So sometimes it's important, especially with this particular group of young ladies. Y'all have to know y'all's boundaries, like what bothers you. And then you need to speak up before you're bothered. Because y'all, when y'all get upset, y'all's mouths. Oh my God. Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
I mean, that was so hard. That was so funny.
And then the other day I saw, not the other day, but was it last week? When you was having a moment in the hallway? Tell me about that.
That's because Miss Ray was being annoying and mean.
And then wait.
Tell me what happened.
I can't remember.
The level of
That.
anger that you let yourself get to, you should remember that situation
I
vividly.
do. It's because I came from, I can't remember. I came from some class and, it was Mason McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
So he pointed we were in Vex in engineering, and he made like this thing, and it looked like a gun, and then he pointed it at me, and he said pow pow. And so then I told Miss Diamond, and then she got up to him, but he lied and said that he didn't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So we got in Miss May's room, and I started yelling at him, and he started yelling back, and then she said she was calling my dad.
And here we are. So, like, sometimes, and I am still learning this as an adult, and I'm a lot older than y'all, some stuff is just not worth the fight. Because Miss Nimer had already taken care of the issue for you, right?
No.
She got on to Mason.
No, she didn't.
That's what you just said.
She talked to him. And
What did you want
she
him to
stopped
do?
yelling at him and said, never mind, because he said, I did not do that. I was not doing that. He said, I just built it, but it wasn't a gun. She was like, okay, sweetie, go to class now.
And so when you got to Miss May's class, what were you saying?
I was staring at him. I was like, okay.
So you was making them nervous
Yes, I was.
on purpose.
And then he was like, what do you want? And I was like, you lied. And he was like, no, I didn't. And I said, yes, you did. And then I forgot what else happened then.
Okay, I'm gonna make a guess, and y'all tell me if it's right for you in particular. Do you feel like if the roles were flipped and say you did the pow pow to Mason or whatever signal he did to you, was it a pow pow? Okay, if he did that to you and he went and told Miss Nimer, do you feel like it would have escalated far beyond a conversation? Like, do you feel like you would have got in trouble? So is that why you were really mad? Because if it were you, you would have been in trouble?
That's the thing. I think it was like the month before the first day of school. And she came and smacked me in the back of my head.
Oh,
And then Miss May saw it, and we both got boxes, and I didn't do anything. And so then right before we were about to go home, 2 people were tackling each other in the back of the classroom, and she didn't do anything. She just said, "You might want to get in line."
But y'all got in trouble.
Yeah.
Were you playing or you were serious?
No, we were just playing at first until she took it serious.
Because I just got in trouble and she came and smacked me in the back of my head.
And I told Miss May I did it too, so we just both got boxes.
Go ahead, Nadia.
I don't remember. Miss Pedersen.
Oh.
I have no
Patterson.
problem with that, lady.
They said I said something funny, and then they started laughing, and then I started laughing too, and then she thought we were being disrespectful right when we got quiet, and then she called Mr. Clark, and then and then she said that we were being sassy.
This is your story?
Yeah, this is mom. So, okay. So
A lot
basically,
of
this is
stuff.
what
I don't
happened.
really- I don't
Shush.
really get in trouble.
Be nice.
Okay. But anyway, so we were in Miss Patterson class, and Nadia was helping this new student, and she was like, "Why are you standing up?" And then I said, "Because she's helping the new student in a nice way. I did not say anything rude." And then she said, and then she told me to come to her, and then she was like, "I like the way you're talking seems disrespectful." And then I said, "Okay." Like, okay, and then that's when she said, "Go sit down." And then that's when she called Mr. Clark to come in. She was like, "I have a student that's on the 4th box," which it was a new month. And then Mr. Clark, he was like, "Oh, if she needs a box, then we can fill it out and stuff like that." And so at the end of the day, she talked to my dad, and my dad, he was just like, "She's a teenager now. She's like going through things and stuff."
You're not a teenager. But keep going.
Well, like preteen.
You a preteen. You a preteen.
And then I just left and I told him what really happened, and he was just like, "Yeah, okay," because it didn't really make sense what he said.
What Mr. Clark said to your dad?
No, what Miss Pedersen said to him.
okay.
It
She
didn't
didn't
make
say.
sense.
She didn't even call my mom or dad when she said she would. But then she said that we were being sassy while I was helping her, and then I don't even know what I did to be sassy when I laughed. I think she thought that we were talking about her
Yeah.
when we laughed. But oh no, this is what I did, because she was talking about math, right? And I said.
Oh,
I said,
she's
this is it.
so mean.
I
She
said-
said that probably none of you know math. She said only certain people do.
Yeah.
And we were all looking
she
like,
said
what?
that.
And I said that this is not math. This is
Coding.
Coding. Because when she said what Jayla said, and that's why I said that.
Hold on. Who said y'all don't know math?
Miss
Patterson.
Pedersen.
Oh.
She didn't point at us or say our name. She was just like, half of you don't know math.
Yeah, basically.
And then wait, no, yeah. Okay, never mind. I was listening.
And we were in science. We were all standing up, like everybody, because Miss Mozika asked me to come up there because I was lost. And then
You were
Chitty-
lost?
Oh, this is about
No.
to
Yeah, in the
In the assignment?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then and then Chitty had
Came in.
and then
Is he in y'all section?
No,
He
no,
just
no.
came in.
And Jayla said something about his head, and then we just laughed.
I didn't.
and
I
stuff.
didn't even know.
Well, she wasn't
Yeah,
even
she was
there.
I don't even
there.
know. I don't even know what
And they
happened.
put
And then they put me in. I was
Yeah, she
like,
didn't
when
do
they said
nothing,
Chitty, I
though.
was like, who?
She didn't do nothing though.
And
She
then-
was in
That's
the-
because I was by Jaylis, and then
Stop with
I was by Jaylis, and then they thought I was in it. And
Yeah.
just, I was like, why
But
y'all
she
gonna
really
do
wasn't.
it?
And then after that, I told Jayla that wasn't nice,
And I was laughing.
and she was left. And then
was-
and then the next day, Jayla's, well, I'm
That
not gonna
was-
say. I'm not gonna.
That
Can I
thing lasted
talk?
for 3 days.
So they got.
Okay, let me
Whoa.
pause y'all for a second.
Mhm.
Because y'all have tons of stories.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And y'all could go on all day. I feel like y'all could go on all day.
Yes.
How do y'all feel like these situations are affecting y'all academically? Are y'all feeling like y'all are able to focus? Do you feel like you're in your classroom learning? Do you feel like you're doing your best?
Yes. I want.
Hey.
In
Griffin.
Rosita's class.
Oh, we
Somebody
do?
go take a test. Yes.
Okay.
They are helping me with an assignment. We'll be done in like a few minutes.
'Cause I got a test there.
Right now.
Yeah, you're supposed to take a test. You know you had a test today.
I didn't know. I forgot.
I know you had a test today. Don't lie.
We told the teacher, and we thought the teacher was gonna tell us today.
I told y'all that.
I don't care. We can do it.
I'm gonna help.
Are you asking what the VIP stand for? Oh, so at the beginning of the story, they should visualize, infer, and predict on the title.
No,
Right.
they put
Okay.
me in.
We never had VIP.
Well, I didn't come up with the acronym. The students did.
I'm in VIP.
All right. So, no, it's not a. Hold up. It's not a cool thing. I mean, it's a cool thing, but it's not like a group.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
Never mind.
So why y'all didn't tell me I had a science test?
I
told
didn't know.
But
Y'all did not tell me I had a
didn't know.
science test.
I told them that.
I forgot about
And
it.
they were
Right
like,
when
it
she
don't
said
matter.
that, and when we came in, she said that, and I was like, oh, I don't know. What's this?
I can have y'all. I'll have y'all come and do it during 7th period.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
not
yes.
lunchtime,
Yes, please.
right?
It's lunchtime,
Please.
Okay.
and y'all gonna do y'all
Please, yeah.
science test.
No.
7th period is not lunchtime for us.
We're still gonna help her.
Yes, it is.
I
Yes,
didn't
it
wanna-
is recess and
Well, we gotta have
I'ma skip.
recess.
No, I'm gonna come in.
No, is it too
We're not
cold
having
out?
recess.
Get us
Yeah.
our recess.
yeah.
It is too cold for y'all to go outside.
So get us our
I do not
recess.
want to.
Now back to the topic.
Okay.
Now y'all got Mr. Bozica mad at me. I should have double checked. That's
He
my
is
fault.
so annoying.
Anyways,
Not really.
as young black ladies, okay, y'all have got to get to the point. Number one, you have to start carrying yourself differently. Because y'all said it yourselves that y'all get singled out. Y'all said it that y'all get prejudged before you even do anything, before you even make a mistake. So if you know those things are happening to you, and you know that you get harsher punishments and consequences than anybody else that does the same thing, don't put yourself in those situations. Don't go in the classroom smacking her upside her head, and y'all know she got a hot temper. Don't go in there trying to clown on classmates when y'all know they can't take it. And I know y'all, because I taught y'all for 187 days, that y'all do get attitudes with adults. So when y'all get to talking, all that neck action y'all like to do, leave that at the house.
Okay.
How y'all like to roll eyes and y'all like to mumble? Y'all like to mumble?
I don't mumble anymore.
Oh, you just go on and say it. So you just screw the boundaries.
Yes, because Miss Taylor and Miss Miller.
Miss Taylor
Right,
is the
especially
only
Miss
one who
Taylor.
I was
gets
talking.
on
I was talking to Rock, the other new student, and then so I was talking. She told me to move back, and she didn't do any punishment for the two girls I was talking to.
Oh yeah, she did
They
it.
just
Yeah.
tell us. She told me to move back a seat where Mason was sitting. And then when I say they're talking, she just says I don't care.
Yeah, she be like,
Yeah, she said that.
I hate what she be doing now. Like,
Hold on, who said this?
Miss Taylor.
Taylor. She's a miss. Did you when she got you in trouble for no reason? When and then you rolled your eyes.
I remember
what was that? No.
Yes, the eye rolling.
Do you remember when she rolled your eyes and then she did it? Miss Taylor did it.
It's like-
I'm gonna do it right back.
I said, ew, she
It's
looks
so
like
funny
the
when they
Grinch.
go back and forth.
Yes.
You said that to her face?
No, I just said it in my breath. I was
No,
like,
like
ew.
they be
That's
going
what I'm
back
saying.
and
Didn't
forth.
I just say that? Y'all like to do that mumbling underneath your...
Yes.
That's disrespectful. So when y'all do stuff like that, of course, teachers are going to feel a type of way. Now, are teachers perfect?
No.
Absolutely not. Do we make some mistakes?
Yes.
Absolutely. Do we... we are guilty of... Give her her...
This is not hers. This is Sanaya's.
So now let me keep it though.
Watch you break
Okay,
it.
let's do this. We have to-
when teachers make mistakes, okay, do we want to hear from a 10 or 11-year-old that we made a mistake?
No.
No. But there's a way that you can communicate how you feel and still be respectful.
I just told my mom.
And teachers want the opportunity to make our mistakes before it's blown out of proportion. So by the time y'all get fed up and you tell your mom and dad, then we have the meeting with your parents and now it's out of control. When you realize that, hey, I don't like how Miss Schmay or Miss Taylor has made me feel, there's a way that you can maturely go and talk to her. So, let's do a role play.
Yay!
So, Jayless is going to be Jayless. Nobody can play her better than Jayless. And you be Miss Taylor. And you were in line with Zayden, and Zayden she saw the back of Zayden's head, so she just assumed that y'all were talking, and you were actually trying to face forward, trying to get him to stop talking to be in line. Hypothetical, because I know you'll probably be talking, but this time you were 100% innocent. Okay.
Okay.
So here comes Miss Taylor, and she just yelling, and she comes and she takes them 2 fingers and she taps you on that shoulder for you to turn around. Go do it.
Stop talking.
And what do you say? The mature Jayless. What did she say?
No, I say, what did I do? And then she said you were talking, and then I started
She's
yelling.
doing Miss Taylor. You're just doing Jayless.
Go to the back.
That's what she did.
Be quiet.
And then as I walk down, I'm yelling and I'm saying, I didn't do anything and I don't care.
Okay. NC.
But that's not.
Now let's do what the new refined Jayless would do.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
I'll be Jayless. Come over here, Miss Taylor.
You gotta go over here, Taylor. Ooh.
This time, Jayless is actually guilty. She's talking. Come on, Miss Taylor.
I say what they say.
Be quiet.
I'm sorry, Miss Taylor. I'll be quiet.
Even if you do that,
You don't.
I don't.
Exactly. So you don't know how she would react.
I say sorry
Try
to
it.
Miss
That is y'all's challenge
Okay.
until we
Oh, I did
reconvene.
that this week.
You are going to be a mature, refined version of yourself. So when you make a mistake, because y'all are 10 and 11-year-olds, it's going to happen. You're going to make a mistake. And Miss Taylor's going to come and she's going to take them 2 fingers. She's going to tap you on that shoulder. You are going to give a mature response. Okay? And then, if it goes bad, after you give the mature response, that is the time you tell your parents that, hey, Miss Taylor did this, and this, and I responded correctly. I said, yes, ma'am, I stopped what I was doing, and she was still mean to me.
I learned my lesson from that. I'm not doing that again.
No.
Doing what
I told
again?
my mom.
Because Miss Taylor,
Being loud
No.
and disrespectful? You learned your lesson from
She
that?
kicked me because I was at the bookshelf and I was
She
just
kicked
talking.
you.
Like she tapped me, and so, but like that hurt her because she hit the bottom of my leg, and so then I went and told my mama because she said that I was being disrespectful because I said she hit me and I was being over exaggerated. I told my mom, and then she started talking to Miss Shmay, and then Miss Shmay, she got mad because I told her that she kicked me, and then she told everything to my mom. Then I got in trouble.
But no, that's not the challenge. The challenge is when the offense happens, how do you respond? Not to catch an attitude, not to blow a situation out of proportion. Is that wrong to kick? In my mind, I'm seeing you sitting on the floor and she tapped you with her foot to be quiet. That's the version that I'm going with in my mind. But then, because you don't like a teacher, you go to your mama and say, she done kicked me, and now I got a scratch on my leg. She hit me with the heel part. See?
No, my mama actually said I was being exaggerating too, but she still talked to Miss Shmay. And then Miss Shmay was like, I will never touch you again.
Well, of course your teacher would be upset because now you painted the picture like she's just violent.
She can't do anything.
And in the event that, say your mom was completely upset about that, she goes and tell Miss Hopovac that your teacher is kicking you. Do you know how much trouble Miss May could get into?
Really, she could even.
It's funny because she wasn't talking to none of y'all.
Well, they're trying to help you because you still on trying to prove your point.
I don't need
So listen to your good friend.
These are not my friends.
Oh,
Y'all not,
stop playing.
These are These are my coworkers.
Oh wow, she's fake.
Can I talk? Okay.
Y'all are
So-
fake. What are you
Okay,
talking
pause.
So she made me call my mom.
give you
I
tricks.
told my mom.
Samaria.
I give you.
I can.
I can.
Let me talk. Thank you. So I told my mom. She was all like, she tapped me, like she went like that, and then she was like, you know that don't hurt. You know how hard they be hitting us back where I lived. So like, she didn't hit you. She's like, she didn't hit you with the rock. I was like, but what happens if I got hit there and then she hit me? And she did that again, and then I was like, okay. But my dad wasn't home. I would have talked to my dad.
And he would have understood.
He would because my dad would have got mad. Cause so yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to say.
And I was like, the teacher still doesn't have.
Because y'all are telling me examples after the fact, after you got the attitude with the teacher.
Yes.
So you had to call your mom after you got the attitude with Miss Taylor. You had to tell your mom after you got it's after the fact. The challenge that we are doing is, how are you responding in the heat of the moment?
Like when we didn't get
When
we didn't
you-
get bothered that much.
Not even bothered that much. When you feel offended, whatever level that you feel offended.
Okay.
Okay, so say Samaria's in class and she rolled her eyes at Miss Taylor, or not even rolling, back up, because that's your old Samaria. New Samaria is going to say yes ma'am and no ma'am to her teacher and just do what's being asked of you. New Tahira is not going to be horseplaying in the classroom and hitting people upside the head. She's going to go into the classroom and do whatever routine and procedures y'all have. New Nadia is, if she's getting tapped on her shoulder and she doesn't like that, to respectfully let her teacher know that bothers her. New Jayless
That was so old.
is going to stop arguing with teachers trying to prove her point.
I don't argue with them because if you get 3 strikes, you get a box. And one time I almost got a 3rd one, and I was like, never mind. She was like, that's what I thought.
I told her that it bothered me, and she said, "It's just a tap."
I honestly
When
don't have
she
problems
tapped
with these
me,
teachers.
I had a I told her don't touch me there in a rude way
That's
with an attitude.
so. I'm not trying to I'm 100% agreeing that is not okay. Y'all are in the right for being offended by that, but there's a way that you can handle that without it escalating to disrespect. It's the tone, okay? This is y'all 3 things you need to, when y'all respond, watch your tone, watch your eyes, watch your neck.
Your movement.
Yes. So when y'all respond, if it's an eye roll, if it's tone, and if it's a neck, then you didn't respond correctly. And then when you get your box, then you be like, you know what, Miss Taylor, you were right. I earned that box. Miss May, you were right. I earned that box because I gave you tone, I gave you eyes, and I gave you neck. But if those 3 things are out of your response, then you did good. So,
And we still get a box. We just
I feel like there's tons more that y'all would love to talk about and to dig into.
have to say it
And
again.
we're going to talk together and see what days can work for us so we can at least meet once a week. No. Once a week. And whatever we talk about, again, it will stay between us unless I feel like it's something that your parents need to know. And the stuff that your parents need to know, because y'all are 10 and 11, it's tons of different things that your parents need to know, right?
Yes.
But if I feel like I can handle it, then we'll leave it right here.
Yes.
Okay? Questions?
No.
Comments?
No.
Is this something that y'all
Oh,
want to
wait.
do?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really helpful to get all the things inside it out.
Good.
I feel like you.
Bow earrings.
Jayless?
These are bows.
That's what I said.
Jayla?
Oh, I honestly don't have a problem with my teachers. That's scary. I don't. Only time I have a problem with my teachers is when they yell at me and I do nothing.
So that's a problem.
That's a
Exactly.
problem that you would
Not,
have.
but that's your problem. Your problem is talking and being
Yours
rude.
is yours is too. call me big. Okay, this not even.
Yeah.
Pause and pause. We gonna save that for session 2. Okay. I have to go apologize to Miss Bazee because y'all done missed y'all test and politely ask him to let y'all take it during 7th period. Okay.
Bro.
No, not recent, please.
Not really.
No,
That's
no.
lunch.
All right.
That one
You gonna have to.
She trying to be with her boyfriend.
No, I don't
Yeah.
want
Listen.
to be.
I need for us to end this on a good note. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want to.
Challenge for next week until we meet again is to watch your. It's probably not gonna. I know I originally said Friday, but I have a lot going on, y'all.
Wait,
So-
can we handle, like the big PTO?
Yeah,
thing
can we
for
do that thing
downstairs?
with no, not the PTO,
Like,
student
in the
council. Student council.
Oh,
Y'all will have to
No,
try
I
out for
wanna
next
do it.
year.
Wait,
Okay.
How do you do
but
I mean,
can do-
apply for next
I'm
year.
not gonna be here next year, but like in the gym, you know, like when you dance and stuff, for, like the school.
We have a talent show coming up.
My cousin gonna make me.
I'll be with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to do it with me.
Okay.
All right,
That's
so
your everyday book.
homework. When you get offended, you're gonna respond correctly. Watch your eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Watch your tone.
Yes, ma'am.
Watch your neck. All right.
No, you do too.
All right.
No, I don't.